Okay, welcome back. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do some examples of sketching angles. So the first one, we want to sketch a 30-degree angle. Okay, so we got to find out, well, we already know a 30-degree angle is going to be in the first quadrant, right? So, but whereabouts? Okay, now, some of you may already know this, but if we look at what fraction of the circle we're looking at, right? We want to know what fraction of the circle. We know we're going to be in here, but let's think about this. So 30 degrees divided by 360 is 1/12. So it's 1/12 of a circle. Now, because we're dealing with 4 quadrants, we know that how many twelfths? So this is going to be divided into twelfths. So each twelfth, how many twelfths are there in each quadrant? There's going to be 3. Because out of 12 twelfths that are, because think of this as a pie. The pie is divided into 12 slices, right? So a fourth of each of those 12 slices will be in a quadrant. So this quadrant here is going to be split up into 4 slices, right? So that's what you want to do. So if I was going to graph this, well, I'm visualizing basically splitting this up into like 3 equal pie pieces, okay? So if I do that, I know that I'm probably going to have something like this, right? If I visualize this, it's going to be something like that, right? So I've got 1, 2, 3 pieces, right? So 30 degrees, right, is 1/12. Well, it's going to be 1/12, which goes right here. So this would be how I would sketch 30 degrees, okay? And that would be perfect for a sketch, right? It's about 1/3 of the first quadrant, the first third, right? Now, if I did 60 degrees, think about this. If I did 60 degrees, then I'd be, what, 2/12. So I'd be up here, so 60 degrees would be here. And then if I did 90, then I'm right at the quadrantal angle. Okay, what about this one, -135? Okay, so again, I'm going clockwise, so which quadrant am I in? Well, think about this way. I'm going this way, so again, I'm bigger than 90, right? Going negative, -90, -180, so it's in between -90 and -180, so it's in here somewhere. Okay? So, how would you do this? Well, we could divide this by 360 again, right? So if I take, again, and it doesn't really matter whether you have the negative sign in there or not, just don't forget that it's negative. We're going, and the negative tells you clockwise. That's really the purpose of the negative sign. So 135 over 360. So what does that equal? Well, that's going to be 3/8, right? Is it 3/8? Yeah. So this reduces to 3/8. Or if you keep the negative sign, it's going to be -3/8. But again, the negative sign is really about direction, so that means clockwise. Okay, so now basically we're dividing the circle into 8ths, right? So think again, the pie piece, we're 8 slices, right? And we're going clockwise. So if I have 8 slices, how many slices are going to be each quadrant? Well, if I have 8, I'm going to divide that by 4, and so that means I'm going to have 2 in each quadrant, 2/8. Okay? So that means, what am I doing? I'm splitting this up into, each one is going to be split up in half, right? To get 8ths, I've got 4 quadrants. That means each quadrant needs to be divided by 2. And then I'll have 8 pieces. That means that, guess what? Oh, let me use a different color. So let me use red. So here I've got that there, that there, Now I've got it split up into eighths. Now I just count -3/8. 1, 2, 3. Well, guess what? 3/8, -3/8 of a revolution, or -135, brings me this way. So that's my line. So this is -135 degrees. Okay, now I'm done. By the way, when I split this in half, what's the angle here? Well, if half of 90 is 45, so this is 45 degrees, this is 45 degrees, and this is 45 degrees. Okay? Which gives me my 135. Have a great day.